Midfield, it's time to rebuild. It's been rough. It's been rough. It's been a very rough few months. The roughest month for any Chelsea fan. Roughest month for any Chelsea fan. It's been tough. It's been disgusting. It's been awful. But we move. Good look at the future. Good look at next year and so forth. Pochettino is coming. Can't fight it. And the best thing to do is just look at the positives. He's more experienced. What he did with Tottenham, and hopefully he's going to now make the football better. I'll maybe discuss afterwards as to homegrown, because just very briefly before I obviously talk about Osimhen and Lukaku, can we stop this whole EPL proven crap? Pep Guardiola and Haaland, they've dispelled this myth of EPL proven. If you're good, you're good. How many La Liga players have come to the EPL and failed? Santi Cazorla, David Silva. I mean, how many of you guys have come from La Liga and they're bold? Not only bold, they've been amongst the best players in this league. If you're good, you're good. EPL proven is stupid. This whole thing of EPL Premier League proven, that is freaking stupid. Just get a quality player. A quality player is good in any league. It just depends on if you have that freaking talent and how good of a coach you are. So please, let's stop with that crap. So there's a decision to be made here. Osimhen and Lukaku. Now, let me start with, because before I really give the decision of where I want to go, let's start with Vic. Let's start with Vic. Vic is my guy. So I mean, like, if Osimhen comes and can get the freaking jersey, okay, he'll be following the footsteps of Obi Mikel and Babayaro, who both played for Chelsea, of course. So, and you have to understand that Osimhen wants the Premier League move. He wants the EPL move. So really, he wants the EPL move. He'd want to come to London. Because being a Nigerian, I know that Nigerians love London. They love London. So 100% he'd want to move to a London side. And the other side that may be in for him is United. Who are United getting? Who are United going all in for? Harry Kane. But the massive stumbling block with Osimhen is De Laurentiis, the Napoli owner. Because 150 mil. And when you look at his history specifically with Koulibaly, he will not sell unless you meet his demands. He has zero wiggle room. There is zero wiggle room with this dude. So, Osimhen would be amazing. Because that's what you call a striker. But, keep this in mind, he had an absolutely outstanding season for Napoli. But he had a great support system. So do Chelsea have a Kivicha type player? Do Chelsea have the pieces around on Osimhen to be able to produce for him? And here's the thing, I don't think he's not wholly reliant on good service, but good service does help, because you've seen that he's been able to create a lot of his goals. But I do still feel that, and also, as well, forget this whole EPL proven thing. Osimhen comes to the EPL, he cooks. Not to the same degree as Haaland, because Haaland is a freak of nature, but Osimhen comes to here, he cooks because he's an amazing striker. If you're an amazing, talented striker, you will cook wherever you are. And we've seen enough from Osimhen to be like, oh no, this guy is quality. So this ends an Immobile thing, because as good as Immobile was in his Serie and so forth, he didn't show the kind of levels as Osimhen is showing, just in the variety of goals he's scoring. He's not just a tapping merchant, left foot, right foot, header, twist and turn, volleys, all kinds of goals, long range, short range. He has them all. Lukaku. I get it. It was rough. I get it. The interview that broke the internet. Now, not as crazy as I'm taking my talents to Miami Beach like LeBron James, but it was a crazy interview. So there is a bit of bad blood between Lukaku and Chelsea. If you're just getting Lukaku with his current setup, then there's no point. Because you have to understand Lukaku's game, his strengths and weaknesses. I feel that as a pure striker, Osimhen is better. But I feel there is more to Lukaku's game than Osimhen. Because I don't think Lukaku is just an out-and-out, just pure finisher striker. Because as you see with his partnership with Lautaro Martinez, he's a guy that likes to drop in deep and likes to play the ball to feet and likes to use the ball at his feet. Whereas Osimhen plays on the front foot and he's a guy who's an in-the-box merchant. He is a classic striker. You know, like you see, Osimhen is a classic striker. Lukaku really isn't. So what you have to have with Lukaku is he needs a partner. He needs someone to play off of. And he needs someone to play off of who he has a good chemistry with. When he plays with Lautaro, you can see they combine well together and they're able to produce things and make things happen. And I just think that at Chelsea, there was no one like that who could play off of Lukaku. So the setup of the team just didn't work. So if we're going to bring back Lukaku, either we bring Lukaku back with a Lautaro Martinez, this is where Pochettino has used Argentine links to try and say what's up, or you get a Lautaro time player to play off of Lukaku. Because if you just bring Lukaku back like this, you could potentially run into the same issues. Now, maybe you could say that Pochettino, radically different manager from Tuchel, and maybe he's able to get the best out of Lukaku, but I feel that's still too risky. Because I don't know whether Pochettino specifically wants Lukaku. See, if he specifically wants Lukaku, cool. Did Tuchel and all these guys, did they specifically want Lukaku? I don't know. So you have to understand the guys that specifically want dude. So between these two, if let's say okay, you have to now make a choice. It's a difficult one because Chelsea's issues getting a striker just won't work. Because you could say, okay, look, Chelsea cannot score, just get a proper striker. But it's chance creation to begin with. So it's not just getting a guy who can score goals, it's getting a guy who can score goals who fits in with the ethos of the team. So that's very key. You have to get somebody who actually fits in properly with the ethos of the team. If you don't get a guy who can fit in with the ethos of the team, then there's really no point. It's a complete moot point. So you see, okay, let's just say that money is not an issue and you can make a choice. Because for me, I feel the 150 for Osimhen is going to be a massive stumbling block. But if let's say money is not a fee and it is a choice of Lukaku or Osimhen, I'd go with Osimhen. Nkunku is coming in. And that is a guy that isn't really an out-and-out striker. And I do feel that Osimhen could be a seriously explosive striker. And I think that especially when you just look at how Chelsea, let's go of KDB, let's go of Jamal Musiala, let's go of the De Bruyne. For Chelsea, this is someone that you don't want to miss upon. That's a guy who could potentially be a flipping crazy striker. So, but be very careful. Let me not sort of be like, oh my gosh, look at what he does in Serie, he'll do the same thing again. No. Context is key, and he will have to adapt to the EPL because it's just a different kind of a league. Not that it's harder, it's just a different league. But for me, no, if you can get Lukaku and Lautaro as a package, okay, that's my swing it for me. But I just think that a guy who right now is the hottest striker in the world right now and it's hot property and there's a genuine chance, I'd go for it. But the thing is that with how much Chelsea have already spent, are Chelsea going to put on 150? My main issue is FFP. If FFP is not an issue, guys, I'm just thinking about it now because midfield needs to be rejigged. Kukurea needs to be sold because I'm going to do a video about the guys who needs to go and stay. So Kukurea needs another debutant. So you already have Gusto. I think he's right back next to your boy Reece James. Kovacic is gone. Can you cancel on Kante? So you may need a replacement for Kovacic, a replacement for Kante. I ain't rolling with a Conor Gallagher. So, and if you're not saying that politics is going to go as well, you may also need some flank guys as well. So putting down 150 on one player when you need to improve several other areas, I don't think is financially wise. Because trust me, it's going to be 150. De Laurentiis ain't budging. Not 119, not 119.99999 recurring. It is 150 tickets or lift, and he may even push it even higher. it is what it is. The guy, he's extremely hard to bargain with, and he wants to keep Osimhen. Now, Osimhen wants to leave. If Chelsea show real interest, Osimhen is going to push to leave. But De Laurentiis will be like, I'm sorry, it ain't happening. But if Chelsea can get Osimhen, and also as well like a top Nigerian striker at Chelsea, then I'm personally invested. So just for me, for personal satisfaction, if Osimhen is in a Chelsea jersey, I mean. But it's just that 150. It's just that, can we get around FFP and put, because I say 150, but is that wise? Chelsea, yes, a strike would be great. Chelsea need a whole new midfield. Chelsea needs to really build a whole new midfield around Enzo. They need to build a whole new midfield around Enzo. If Thiago Silva is leaving, you don't need to get a guy for Thiago Silva. But Badiashile is cool. Fofana, Chalobah, Yeah, it's one to, but I tell you, he's not gonna. If you could, even if it's 120 or 130, that is a lot of money, because if you put down 120, 130, 150, how much money is left for a new midfield, for another left back? Because Coco Correa is getting shipped back to Spain. I am shipping him back personally to freaking Spain. Um, but if somehow Chelsea can get Osimhen, and I'm just looking at Osimhen with Nkunku, and then you've got Enzo right as an attacking midfielder, and you have a good proper DM to hold the midfield together and so forth, and you just build the defense. That's a nice foundation. That's a nice foundation. That's a nice foundation. If you could just give me that, we have the building blocks of signing. So, I don't know, comment below. Tell me what you guys think about that. Head over there for the official website. Click over there for the official websites. Like, subscribe. One love.